Hello again. We are on the final section of chapter 2.7, or of chapter 2. We are on the final section of it. So you guys are going to have a lot of work to do in this section. Okay, this is talking about the order of operations. We've already studied the order of operations. That is, some people say PEM DOS. That stands for Please Excuse My Dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, subtract. We've been over this a little bit in class, and this will be used in every class that you have. I think I was in high school before I really learned it, but because I was a little bit behind in math. But when I got to college, some of my college classes were still teaching this operation. Your calculator does mainly all of it for you. So, step one is do all operations inside the parentheses. That is the P, parentheses. Simplify any numerical expressions containing exponents. That is what the E stands for. Do multiplication and division as they occur from left to right. That's very important, left to right. So you're going to do the division if it comes before the multiplication, just going left to right as we read. And then last, you do the addition and subtraction as they occur from left to right. So there's no real magic there. It's just whatever comes first you do when it comes to addition and subtraction and with multiplication and division. So let's look at this how do. It says do the operations inside the parentheses step one. Okay, so you look at all the things inside the parentheses. It's only showing us one operation over here that's inside the parentheses. So it's 2/3 divided by 5/9. So you would do that first. And you would end up with, looks like it's 6/5. We would take 5/9, we would flip it to 9/5. Then we would take the 3 and the 1, or the 3 and the 9, which would go down. So the 9 would go into 3 times, and the 3 would go into 3 one time. So we would have 2/1 and 3/5. 5 and 2 will not go down any, so we would go 2 times 3, which would be go down to 6/5, because you would take 5 times 1 and get 6. So we've gotten that out of the way. And yes, you want to do these each time. Rewrite your equation in the simplest, in the operation that you just did. So now we have 1/2 squared plus 6/5 and times 5/6. So next we do what's inside the exponents. So we take one half and we square it. So that is 1/4 plus, now we've still got all of, and they did the up, or no, they haven't done that part yet. So we have 6/5 times 5/6. So put that into, once we do that, we go 6 times 5 is 30, 5 times 6 is 30, 30/30 is equal to 1 whole. Now we're down to 1/4 plus 1. So we go 1 and 1/4 is our final answer. Pause it and do it. Pause it and do it. That's how you figure this stuff out. And I would copy this down in your notes. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. That's how you remember it in order. Parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, subtract. Okay, here's another one for you to work on. Do it. Okay? And again, if you enter into your calculator 6 minus 2/15, or if you minus, 2/15 plus 1, actually, you'd probably, therefore, simplify the numbers. So we take, I believe, we do these first, even though they're not in parentheses. Let's make sure, though. So we go divided by 3/14. Yes, because what it is doing, it is doing this top part and bottom part first. That might have been in an earlier one that I kind of skipped over. Okay, so 6 minus 2 plus 1 and 15 minus 8. So we go 2 plus 1 is 3. So they got a 3 down here. We go 15 minus 8 is 7. So we have a 7 here. So we do 6 minus 3/7 divided by 3/14. Now you can put that into your calculator and it'll give you the correct answer if you have a scientific calculator. This calculator over here. So next we go. I'm gonna erase this. I'm not showing it. Okay, so now we're taking 3/7 divided by 3/14. So we're gonna over here write 3/7 times 14 over 3, multiplied by the reciprocal. These two will both go to 1. 14 and 7 will go to 2 and 1. So our answer to this should be 2. So we have 6 minus 2, which is what we have right here. And then our answer is 4. So do it and redo it and redo it until you get up your correct answer. Okay, and it all makes sense. Do this one. And yes, this math will be math that you will be studying in middle school. Okay, you guys do these. Let's see, pause it and do these. Pause it and do these. Okay, that was a very short section. Now we're on to the exercises. Pause it and do these. 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 Okay, we are finished with Chapter 2. We are on the Chapter 2 summary right now. Write down any of this information that you want. Go over it multiple times, okay? I'm not doing this right now because I gotta go make breakfast, but pause it and do this. Pause it and do this. Pause it and do this. I'm going to be putting onto my website, probably by the time a lot of you get to this point, it'll probably already be there, but I'm going to put a forum or something on my website where you can ask me more questions. Okay, pause it and do this. Pause it there, pause it, and do this. Didn't have the bottom one completely on. Pause it, and do this. Pause it 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 and do this. Okay. Chapter 2, Review Exercises. Pause it and do this. Pause it and do this. Pause it and do this. Pause it here and do this. Pause it and do this. Okay, now we're on to the Chapter 2 test. You guys have done a lot of work in this chapter. Take pride in yourself. It says write 18 sevenths as a mixed number. Enter 18 fraction button 7 in your calculator, and it should tell you. You can figure it out. You can go, well, 7 will go into 18 two times with a remainder of 4 sevenths, or remainder of 4, which remainders you can put 4 over the denominator. So you need 4 sevenths. Or you can put in your calculator and it'll give you the exact answer. Okay, pause it and do this. Pause it and do this. Pause it and do this. Pause it. Oops. Pause it and do this. Pause it and do this. At any time during this, you guys want to go back and review your notes, I encourage you taking notes on everything. Like base times height divided by 2. That's how you figure out the area of a triangle. Pause it and do this. Pause it and do this. Pause it and do this. Looks like we are to the end of chapter 2. Pause it and do this. Do all of this work. Our next chapter we get on will be, oh man, my calic is sticking up. Okay. Next time, you guys will be doing chapter 3. Chapter 3 will be working on integers, and we'll be working on basically rational numbers. Rational, we'll get into some irrational numbers. So this is tough math at this point. A lot of this stuff I'm going to need to review on. So you can do a lot of this with your calculator in the future too. Good luck. You guys study all of this. Study it over multiple times. Study it over often this summer, because this is going to make it to where next year when you step into school, you will be high and well educated. So I, from right now, am going to get out of this, and I will talk to you guys later. Good luck.